Hello and hello, you amazing people. Welcome to Boss Lady Summit, the first one for the year. We've got Georgina and Master Coach Sonia and Karen Clark has just come in. How are we all doing today, everyone? What's going on?
Hey, great. Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. So good to see you.
Thanks, you too. Yeah, it's great to see you.
It's great.
Well,
Happy New Year. Thank you for hosting it.
Are you all in Australia? Am I the only one in the United States?
Yes.
Yeah, it's usually you and Loretta. So you and Loretta are our legendary North Americans who hold up the fort. So there we go. It's a pleasure. So I just want to say a big welcome. Welcome to everyone. We just want to wish you a fantastic new year of lots of winning. And we are in for Boss Ladies Summit. And today's topic is vision, purpose, planning, and goals. And guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about vision, purpose, planning, and goals. And we're going to start with Georgina, Karen, Master Coach Sonia. We're going to probably have a few other panelists coming a bit later. But I'm going to start off with awesome Georgina, who's an amazing lady. Georgina, I'm going to ask the first question of today. What is your purpose for 2024?
My purpose for 2024 is to really knuckle down on everything that I actually saw a post just before I came on. It was all about that shoulda and I would've and I could've. And I had plenty of that happening in 2023. So that's not going to happen in 2024 because I have also just bought myself a wall calendar. So I've got everything that I need to, well, it's not everything, but it's most of the things that I've grouped into about 5 categories so that I know that during the month I've actually covered some of those things that I need to do. So, that's my purpose for 2024 and to make sure that I plan it really well. And there's different ways of planning. So I'm going to utilize some of those skills that I show other people how to do and really get down into the syntax and the detail.
And the other question I want to ask as well, I'm going to ask this of legendary Master Coach Sonia and Karen Clark too. What was your biggest mistake of 2023 you want to share with people so they don't make that mistake? And believe me, I made a lot of mistakes last year. And speaking of the opposite of mistakes, quick wave to Christina Davey. We love you, Christina Davey. And while you're coming, if you just come in, everyone, I was just busting poor Georgina just to tell us on the Facebook Live what her biggest mistake of 2023 was. What was it, Georgina?
It was probably not following through on a lot of things, using my granddaughter's excuse not to do some things. So making excuses. That's one of my biggest mistakes. Yes.
Yeah. And power to you. I made so many. I mean, this is about you, ladies, not me. But I totally made a lot of bungles in the early part of 2023. So we love you. So round of applause to Georgina Orchard. Georgina Orchard, you were just awesome. And by the way, if you don't think Georgina's awesome, let me know so I can kick you off the live because Georgina Orchard's amazing. There we go. And speaking of awesome, we're going to bounce to Master Coach Sonia. Master Coach Sonia, I've got to say, Happy New Year. Master Coach Sonia, what is your big purpose for 2024?
Well, I've got my vision board. I've got several big goals, but one of my top goals in my health and wellness is to wake up and work out and eat clean, eat healthier, feel better, to overcome some of the health issues I had last year. And, to remember why I started, this journey of getting better. Because sometimes if you forget your why, you get lost, and so then my family, my relationships, I realized I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So continue to build those, and my spiritual is doing all things with purpose. With my spiritual journey. My business goals is to 10x my growth. Recruit and dream big. And my personal goals is to learn to play guitar and to go to more concerts. And then my community service is to get out there and network more and give back. I'm part of the Chamber of Commerce And then, you know, and I've got several special projects I'll be working on this year. And the mainly is to do something today I'll be able to thank my future self for. And then my word of the year is consistency. So that's I did that New Year's Eve with my son and my daughter-in-law.
Oh, amazing.
So-
Look out for Master Coach Sonia. That's amazing, Master Coach Sonia. I was busy taking photos of fireworks and drinking alcohol on New Year's Eve, which was amazing. and just a quick one. We've got Alice Cheng. Let's big wave to Alice Cheng. How you doing, Alice?
Hello, everyone. I've been MIA, so so I apologise, but it's just been a lot of juggle like everyone else, so no excuses. So I apologise, but Happy New Year, everyone.
All right, Alice, we'll come back to you shortly. I have another question for Master Coach Sonia. Master Coach Sonia, and believe me, there's no one here that made more mistakes than me in 2023, so I win that award already. What was your biggest mistake of 2023, Master Coach Sonia, that you want to share with the world?
I got so overwhelmed with trying to do so many different things that I essentially made myself sick.
Yeah.
And I kind of fizzled out the rest of the year. So I think, you know, keeping myself more mindful in what I'm doing and not trying to overwhelm myself, because I know as a woman, you know, when you have your household and your fur babies or your kids, you know, you're trying to do so many things on that front, but then when you're a business owner and a wife and, you know, a member of your community, sometimes you just get yourself stretched so thin that you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah. I do that too. I find if you're trying to take on too much or you're not saying no enough, you get quickly overwhelmed and then everything just falls in a heap. I've done that. That's what I did at the start of 2023 very successfully. We have for Master Coach Sonia. Master Coach Sonia, you are amazing, powerful lady. We're going to hear from the legendary, dangerous Karen Clark and then Christine Davey. Karen Clark, you are a powerful lady. And Karen, I was just going to ask you, Karen Clark, hit that unmute key and let us know, Karen Clark, what is your big legendary purpose for 2024?
Thank you, Ed. And Sonia, I'm sorry to hear that you have, had some burnout and some illness. And I love that you're going to focus on your health this year. I really want to distinguish the difference first between purpose and vision and goals, because the purpose to me, or to what it is to me, is like the rudder for your ship. It helps you to navigate, make decisions in your daily life. And so my purpose, my big purpose, is always freedom for humanity. So what I always do is ask myself, will this decision that I'm going to make with regard to my vision or my goals help me to further my purpose? And I love this quote too, which Rumi said, and he said, your purpose, know your purpose. It's as if a king sent you to a foreign, distant land with one specific task to accomplish. If you could accomplish 100 other things, But in the end, if you have failed to accomplish the one thing for which you have been sent, in the end, it will be as if you have accomplished nothing. Yeah? So my purpose is to ramp up my coaching and actually multiply my effectiveness because my coaching helps people to have freedom in many ways. Freedom from fear, freedom to financial freedom to make choices, and freedom to, be the person who they really would love to be and achieve the results they really would love to achieve in life, the life they would love. So that.
Ooh, damn it. It looks like the gods of the internet doesn't like Karen talking about freedom. There you go. If that's not symbolic, tell me what is. So I reckon what happened is the people who are trying to control the world on the internet, they heard Karen talk about freedom and they're like, nah, How dare you think independently, Karen? Shame on you for thinking independently and breaking the matrix, Karen. Yeah, I think Karen broke the matrix.
Oh,
Poor Karen.
sorry. Do you not hear
Right.
me?
I'll
Can
try
you
again,
not hear
Karen. I was just saying,
Can
because
you
you're
not
talking
hear me?
about freedom. Go again, Karen. The establishment tried to stop you talking about freedom. Please go again, Karen.
So you heard nothing.
Basically, just you started
Can you
talking
hear me
about
now?
freedom, and then your signal went out. So try again, Karen.
Okay. So for me, I just wanted to distinguish the difference for me, what purpose means. So for me, it's like the rudder for your ship. It helps you to navigate everything in your life and your daily life. And so knowing
we
your
got that
purpose
bit. We got
really
that bit.
helps.
Tell us about freedom,
Yeah.
Karen. Tell us about
Okay.
freedom.
Okay, so yeah, freedom is mine. And my way of helping people to have freedom is my coaching, because I help people with people who take coaching with me get more freedom with from fear, financial freedom, freedom to make decisions to live a life they would love and learn how to do that. So I want to ramp up my coaching and really help more people by multiplying my effectiveness in that area.
Oh, very nice. And what was your biggest mistake of 2023, Karen Clark?
Well, yes, that's a good question. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. The establishment won't block you talking about your mistakes, don't worry. The establishment doesn't like you thinking independently, so don't think independently. Just don't do that.
My biggest mistake was actually not focusing on doing that. So I got distracted and I did lots of other things, and because I do more than just my coaching, and so I took myself away from focusing on that as much as I could and did lots of other things. So yeah, overwhelm and really not making that difference I want to make was the result of that mistake. So this year I'm going to make sure I focus on my coaching first.
Oh my God, Karen Clark, we love you. Round of applause to Karen Clark. You are a dangerous lady, and there we go. It's just so symbolic. Your internet cut out when you started talking about freedom, so I like the symbology there. It's kind of
Did you hear the quote? Did you hear the quote from Rumi?
A little bit.
Did you hear the quote about the king has sent you? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Love your work,
Thank you.
Karen. Let's bounce over to the Christina Davey and then Alice Chen. Christina Davey, great seeing you yesterday. What's your purpose for 2024?
Inspire. The word for me for 2024 is inspire. And I want to inspire through speaking, and I want to inspire through sharing, and I want to inspire through supporting people find more love. Now, so many people are so scared of what it means to be in a relationship. So many people are scared of being in love again, letting all the bad experiences really influencing their decision of not creating or creating opportunities to meet someone brand new. And it's unfortunate that so many are thinking that, well, by being in a relationship, you gotta be someone's servant or someone's, you gotta really just take care of someone in a way that you don't want to. What if you want to take care of someone because it feels right and good? And I don't mean by doing things, all the chores that you don't like, but simply by just being there for them and sharing with them and being vulnerable and allow them to be who they want to be and supporting them in reaching their goals, not by telling them what to do, but simply by just being there and saying, all right, go for it. Let me know what you need. I'll be there for you, and cheer them along. So I want to inspire more people, and I want to have more speaking gigs, and I want to expose myself and create opportunities to speak in front of more people this year. And that's massive. I'm ready to take action, and I'm ready to create a bigger impact than 2023.
Oh my God. And what was your biggest mistake of 2023, Christina Davey?
For me, it was fear of people not liking me, if I reach out to them.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because sometimes when you reach out to so many people on social media, you get, the one or two that go like, well, you know what? I'm not interested, but they don't really tell you in a nice way. And here's the thing, this is actually going to tie down.
Can I tell you something funny? Can I tell you something really funny that happens to me all the time?
Yeah.
We get people who book into our meetups. They book into our meetups. I send them a message saying, thank you for booking into our meetup. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday. Then they abuse me for contacting them. What am I supposed to tell me what I'm supposed to do? So basically, basically you've knocked on my door. I open it, and then you accuse me of bothering you. Tell me what I'm supposed to do, Christina.
Why did you open the door? I didn't think
exactly. I should open the shotgun like a cowboy movie. Like, anyway, carry on. I get that crap all the time. So there you go.
And I must say that I'm learning from you, from the interaction with you and seeing how natural you are and reaching out to people. And it's definitely something that I'm taking on board. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm imposing to people, but the thing is that if we don't reach out to people, we don't know if they really need. And if we don't reach out and they don't reach out, it's kind of like in dating. If people are not vulnerable, one is not vulnerable because the other one is not vulnerable, and they both have walls up, then that's why we have people who are unavailable emotionally, and that's why we're not experiencing connection, and chemistry when we date. It's not because just of the other, it's because of how we are contributing to that as well. So I realized that if I want to create a bigger impact, first of all, I need to really build a team of people that can support my goals. And also I want to really be okay with people saying no to me, and be okay with people abusing me for reaching out, and be okay with the fact that people say, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship, leave me alone. And
come talk to us 5 years later. So let's see how that goes for you, my friend. Let's see how that goes for you.
Sure. I'm gonna let you know in a month from now on, not 5 years.
There we go. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, we have Christina Davey. Christina Davey, there we go. The heroic character. And speaking of heroic, we've got the amazing Alice Cheng with us. Alice Cheng's a powerful lady. We've done a bit of traveling together too, Alice. I tell you what, I loved our trip to Melbourne a few months ago. Wasn't that a lot of fun?
Extremely. Number one, I got to spend some time with you one-on-one. I think that's really valuable for me from a coaching perspective. And I always love Melbourne, meeting new people, even though I am an introvert. I can't say I love meeting new people, but I make myself do it because it's just part of life. You do need a team around you. You need to network and find out, learn from others. So that was a big day for me. I was trash, to be honest, that night.
Yeah, you did well. You did well. It's just a day in the life of Edward D. It's crazy. And I was going to ask you, what's your big purpose for 2024, Alice Cheng?
Funny enough, it's actually not big. All I want to do is just help one more person than yesterday, honestly. I don't have a BHAG at the moment other than being a digital nomad once the kids are out of home, but I really wanted to ground myself back to that purpose when I originally left corporate, my 24-year finance career, to jump into a new realm of business, being by myself, working with nobody else at the moment because I'm a solopreneur. But last year I kind of lost myself a little bit because I was chasing after money. I was networking with people, and every day I was like, I've got to make a sale. And I think that pressure just actually went the other way and made me not perform because I wasn't going back to why I started the business in the first place, and that was to help someone, just one person at a time, and try and leave a better footprint than yesterday. So I think I really wanted to ground myself. So I've done a bit more work on myself the last few weeks, and I've gone back to that purpose. So every day it's all about just who am I going to help today? Just one person. So sorry, nothing big and grand, unfortunately.
Oh, I disagree. Helping more one person more, that's over 300 people in a year. So that's pretty good in my book. There we go. Over 365, right? There you go. There you go.
Well, 6 days gone. I've helped maybe one person. So I've got some catching up to do then.
That's right. You're helping about 500. Actually, no, these lives get at least 2,000 views. So you're helping at least, assuming that 1,800 of them pay attention, you're helping at least 1,800 people.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Coach.
You're covered for the next 3 years. You don't have to do anything now. If only that was true. Oh, let's give it up for Alice Cheng. Alice Cheng, you are a brilliant lady. Speaking of brilliant, oh my God, Christina Nava's with us. Christina Nava, you are an amazing lady. Hope you're well, Christina. I'm just going to unmute you, Christina, so you're loud and clear. Christina, how are you? What's your big purpose for 2024, Christina Nava?
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Ed. And hello, ladies. How are you? I'm so sorry to be so late and rude. I apologize.
You
for that.
made it. That's what matters.
Thank you. So I just want to continue on my path of opening the Rec Center for Autistic Children and help people navigate their journey as they, go through life neurodivergent. And the tragedy, the triumphs, and it doesn't have to be tragedy. I had a couple, but it doesn't have to be. And that's what I'm trying to help is, people avoid, some of the mistakes I've gone through.
And of course, you said the M word, mistakes. What was your biggest mistake of 2023? You know, I like asking all the dark questions.
Oh gosh. Well, that one, I don't know if I could answer that one, Ed, right now. My biggest mistake, but I'm not sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'm going to say, Christina Nava, and I'm not going to reveal this. I know a lot about Christina Nava personally, and all I can say to react to your comment is that Christina Nava is a very powerful and resilient lady. So to all those panelists on the line and always watching, can we come up with the biggest love heart to aim at Christina Nava's head? So there we go. Love heart to you. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I truly do.
And Christina, I know exactly what's happened to Christina, and the fact that she's staying. If I was her, I wouldn't answer that question as well. So, Christina, we love you and we're right with you. So, I'll ask a different question, which I know you can answer. Mm-hmm. What's your big advice to everyone who's having tough times in 2024 to make this your best year ever? What's your advice to everyone else, Christina?
Absolutely. You just have to. You have to look in. There's always a positive side to every situation. There's always a solution to every problem. And if you want to stay in the problem, I mean, me personally, I've been in the problem a long time, but I'm always trying to get out and find answers. And I'm seeking answers. I think seeking and you just do your best and love yourself and love others, most important.
Yeah. Christina, we love you. Round of applause to you, Christina. Incredible as always. Amazing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go around the panelists, and I'm just going to follow the order of my PC so I don't miss anyone. And the question's going to be this. And by the way, if you come in, smash that like, share, comment, say hello. And a few honorable mentions. We've got Sue Geelan with us. Sue Geelan is watching. We love you, Sue Geelan. Big welcome, Sue Geelan. Now, I'm going to ask everyone, for all our panelists, to react to something they really, really cool they heard from another panelist. So of all panelists here, of something cool that you heard another panelist say, I'd love to hear your reactions to it. So let's start, of course, with Master Coach Sonia, who's hiding under a desk. So there we go. Well, leave me alone, Ed. I'll start with you, Master Coach Sonia. What is one of your reactions to something cool you've heard today?
That Christina said that, you've got to celebrate your triumphs and overcome your tragedies. And by doing that, you have to focus on the solutions to the problems that you might, that might come in your path, and to continue to navigate toward your purpose and never give up, because there might be someone out there that, because of your actions, you made an impact on them that could have changed their life or their trajectory, that they may have been on a dark path. So I think it's really important that we hold ourselves accountable to what our purpose is, especially what we've all claimed that we're going to do this year.
Amazing. Master Coach Sonia, you are powerful and dangerous, and we all know that. Legendary Karen Clark, what are one of your cool reactions to the cool stuff you've heard today? I'm going to unmute you. Go, Karen. Shaken. I got you, don't worry.
Did you unmute me? Okay. So
We'll go
everyone
for it.
said very pertinent things today. I love how Sonia, Sonia wants to make more impact and support people. Christina, I love what Christina said, Christina Davey, about how she put up that thing, and you talked about it, Ed, about how we feel like we're imposing if we approach people, if we reach out to people, if we maybe even possibly sell to people. But, you know, and we all have that fear in varying degrees. So it's something we all have, like, oh, no, I better not ring them back because, you know, I've already offered them once. And if I follow up and ring them, then they'll just think I'm hassling them. You know, all those kinds of things. I hear it all the time. So I love that you brought that up. And then you said that you were just going to do it anyway, that you were just going to carry on doing it. Yeah, Ed, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say I agree with you. And what I find funny, I got a funny bit of commentary. This one person was this is ages ago actually. They accused me of being a spammer, and then they spam me with something, and then I brought up that you're treating me the way you don't want to be treated. And then they just sent me this big abusive message, and I just blocked them on LinkedIn, and then questioned why I even spoke to them to begin with. But carry on, Karen Clark.
Oh, that was what I wanted to say. So I wanted to say, so I love that you said, yeah, I'm going to do it. You know, I'm going to ramp it up even, which is amazing. And then I love what you said, Alice, about how you realized that last year you were coming from that place of, I've got to make a sale. And, you know, that's one of the things that often we also fall into, and you switch it to, I'm going to make a difference, I'm going to help someone, or I'm going to contribute. And when you come from that space, it's just a totally different space, a totally different energy, and people feel it. So, you know, it's so important to switch that. And then Christina Nava, sounds like your work is amazing with your Centre for Autistic Families and Children. And I don't know I don't know much about you yet, but I'm really looking forward to finding out more and what you've been through. But I love that you are doing that. It's such important work.
Oh my God, incredible. Karen Clark, we love you, and just
amazing.
And
one more thing, Georgina, I forgot to mention, sorry, Georgina, that you are just ramping everything up, and you're going to just really go forward in your business and make a difference in all of your clients' lives. So that was good to hear.
Love it. Yeah, I think Georgina for this year, her message better be take no prisoners. If you all know the reference I just made, put up your hand if you know the reference I made. Yeah, there we go. Of course, Lawrence of Arabia, Peter O'Toole. Take no prisoners. I know something more like Colonel Clink there. And we've got a great comment from Sue Gillen who's watching. And it's a great reaction, and I couldn't agree more with Sue Gillen. If we don't do that, if we don't reach out to people and help them, we could be doing a disservice to them, which I absolutely agree with. So there you go, Sales 101. So let's hear from the dangerously awesome Alice Cheng. Alice Cheng, love to hear some of your reactions to the pearls of wisdom we've heard so far this morning.
Yeah, so I must apologize. My internet was playing up, so I kind of missed half of it. But for the bits I've heard, I have to take Christina's comment about people saying no to her and being accepting of that. I like to flip that around for myself and actually say no to people. I'm finding that I've always been a yes person culturally, and from the way I've been brought up, you know, don't rock the boat. And so in my late 40s now, I've really got to say no and set boundaries, whether it's in my personal life or just from business point of view. I'm getting better, where I used to do a lot of free calls and free things for people, and not that it matters, because I feel like it's an investment, but I also find that people do take advantage of that because we're a consultant or we're an expert in our field, and people just want to grab, you know, time for them, and before you know, you'll spend an hour, which is fine if it ends up beneficial for both parties, but I'm finding that I have to just say no to people selectively. So I've taken that away for myself as one of my goals, to say no more, because time is precious, and I'm learning that now. You just can't buy time back. So, you know, it's all about being very selective and choiceful in the way I'm going to spend my time.
That's incredible. It's funny you bring that. We're having this great conversation the other day, and I was having this chat as well with Georgina Orchard and Christina Davey. A lot of people have complimented us in our business community for being so inclusive, which we are. But there's one thing that we hate, Alice Cheng, and you know what we hate, Alice Cheng?
What?
We hate mean people. So there we go. So I hate people who are driven by hate. In other words, we're intolerant of intolerant people. What do you think of that logic, Alice? Is that a total contradiction or what, Alice Cheng?
Yeah, it's a bit early for me to use my brain on that one, Ed. I might have to come back.
Yeah. So we're intolerant of intolerant people. The axiom of building a free society. So there you go. There we go. So Christina Davies in the zone. Christina Davies from Eastern Europe, so she doesn't care. She's like, oh yeah, we'll do all that, no problem. But I love you. We love you, Alice Cheng. Round of applause to Alice Cheng. Just incredible, amazing, Alice Cheng. Georgina Orchard, what are some of your reactions to just these brilliant ladies who are incredible?
I realised that the answers that they gave just gave so much insight into. Sometimes we beat ourselves up for doing things, making mistakes, but really they're just learnings. I loved how Karen came in and she sort of said, well, this is what the purpose is for 2024. And this is what I help my clients with, furthering the vision and goals. And I'm all about that too. And so it gives you the freedom, and I don't want to get cut off by the internet.
Yeah, because the moment you talk about freedom or independent thinking, our tech overlords can't handle that because no, you need to do what you're told, and pay your taxes, and DEI is awesome and all that. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, pay your taxes and shut up. To freedom, yes. I won't take too much of that, just in case the overlords.
We love you, LinkedIn. We love you, LinkedIn. LinkedIn's awesome. Yeah,
we love you, LinkedIn. We love you, StreamYard, and we love you
but not
and so
anyway, carry on.
I just also want to reflect on what you were saying about intolerant people and what you hate. And I've had some really big realizations as well. We get caught up in what people think as well. And some of you mentioned that Christina mentioned, and I think both Christina's mentioned it, Alice mentioned it, and I know Sonia's spoken about this before, about getting caught up in not wanting to reach out to people because of what they think, but really you're reaching out to help people. And there are going to be some people, like you said, Ed, that are going to be intolerant of that. But I think when you reach out with love in your heart and you have a heart-centered conversation and say, hey, this is what I do, I'm here to help, or, having that conversation where you can say, hello, how are you going? And allowing that other person to let you know. We all want to make a great impact. I've just been writing down some of these takeaways, building your tribe, but not taking notice of the people that I reckon there's one thing though, it's not taking notice of the people that don't matter. So really we can take notice of people who can impact us because we're sort of the obligers type of people, but really we need to take notice of the people that matter, the people that we're trying to help. And there are people out there that are your tribe. And building that tribe, and is really important. And then there will be people that really will just drop off the wayside because they're not your tribe. So just taking note of that. I love what Christina said about, celebrating the triumphs along the way, speak and being able to speak and be able to share your vision and help. She's helping people find love, but we can also help people find love in what they're doing with what we're all doing. So there's things that we can apply, and being purposeful, how you spend your time. I think Alice just said that. So there's lots of things. And also Sonia said something about letting worry creep in and then that affecting your health. So self-care needs to be on your top priority. So what you can do about that, all those different things, is make sure that you plan carefully. So it's all about planning the different areas of your life and also the different areas of your business, so that you're covering all those bases. So if you're this, so that you're not leaving the worry, like your mind can take over if you don't write it down. So it's allowing write it all down, get it all out on paper, and make sure that you're spending a little bit of time. Either I've bought one of those family calendars where you can put everyone's name up the top, and I used to do this when the kids were little, because instead of leaving it all to chance and trying to remember everything, and then you're kind of stressing yourself out trying to remember it, I've decided that I'm going to write. I've had different topics in here that are business, but it's also got family and friends in there. So what am I going to do on my marketing? What am I going to do on my business? And writing it down so that you've got it, it's out, and you can see it on the month. You can see whether you've covered those bases. So you can, and that helps you to be purposeful and plan.
Oh, love it. Can we offer Georgina Auction? Just to add to that, this is my Purple Book of Happiness. And in the Purple Book of Happiness, do I plan all my next secret moves? So there we go. Very exciting. Lovely work, Georgina Auction. I know I shouldn't say this on the live stream. We've got something really funny. One of our wonderful clients is a very attractive and young, dark African Australian lady, right? And we're having this exact same conversation about people, like her selling and people dissing her. And I just said as a joke to her, you should just call them racist if they don't buy your stuff, right? I just said it as a passing joke, right? I didn't think anything of it. And then I got a phone call from her about 2:30 the next day saying, "Oh, Ed, I did what you said, and it was hilarious." So someone abused her over LinkedIn, and she called them racist. And then they put in this big apology message. They said they're sorry, and it's awesome. And I said, you should do that all the time. That's awesome. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Quite funny. Now, Christina Davey. You're amazing. Christina Davey, what are your thoughts? I mean, we've heard so many great contributions today. What's your favorites? And give us some reactions, Christina Davey.
Well, believe it or not, I give 5 stars to your comments of stop tolerating intolerating people. That resonated so well with me. Okay. Yeah. And here's why. So often we shrink ourselves to accommodate others. Yeah. So often we lead with our businesses and our relationships with people pleasing. And while that might have been a great coping mechanism in the past when we were kids, right, or at a young age, and this is starting up really well with Karen, with what Karen said about freedom, we now have the freedom to choose who we want to be and how we're going to show up in any situation. No matter what happens, right? And most of us have heard, it's not what others are doing to you, okay? It's only going to impact you if you let it. And how you respond to that is going to create, or take you on one path or another. So having the freedom, that resonated so strongly with me. And thank you, Karen, for reminding me, having the freedom of being who we are and freedom of speaking up for what we need, speaking up for what we want to achieve, sharing with others, what we are about and the meaning, the intentions we have. Whether they take it or not, I mean, that's up to them. But I know I've done my part and I am clear in my vibration, fully knowing I've done everything that I knew, with all the resources and the awareness that I had in order to, help someone or create a certain situation or do something. And I just want to tie up that with what Alice said, and I love that she shared with us, well, I've done some work on myself because I want to reach some goals. And often we forget that if we don't experience the freedom, if we tolerate intolerant people, it's because we need to really step up. We need to get clarity about why that's happening and how we can get out of it and get those, get that awareness, get that knowledge, get that insight that's going to support you to stop doing all of that and do something completely different. So I have done some work on myself. just 2 months ago, you know, to have to go to the next level in my life.
You work on yourself every day, Christina. You're awesome. You do work every day. So
And I have one more thing. I hope I'm not taking too much time. The other thing I want to mention is I love what Georgina shared about get it out and write it down.
Yeah.
No goals will happen if they stay in your head.
Yeah.
No planning happens if it's just in your head. It is really happening when it's on, you know, either electronically or paper, or if you need to get something out of your chest, get it out with the right people that can do something about.
Brilliant. Isn't Christina Davey amazing? Give her a round of applause if you agree with that statement. We love you, Christina. Just incredible. And I'm going to say you're all amazing. And speaking of amazing, we've got Christina Nava with us. Christina Nava, you are a powerful lady. What are some of your reactions to the cool stuff you've heard? Amazing, Christina Nava.
I love everything I heard. I think each and every one of you are so amazing in your own right, and you have such powerful things to share. And I love what I've heard already just today in this short time. But may I clarify one thing? So there's a fine line between people pleasing and so I'm going to correct something I said. When I spoke up, because I may get
you don't say correct. You're saying I'm going to add to. That's how you get around that.
I just don't. I don't.
I'm just
like
merely making an addition to help educate the audience better.
Thank you so much. So when I used tragedy and neurodivergent in the same sentence, I don't associate the two. So when I speak of tragedy, I'm just saying. Personally, I had some tragedies for lack of knowledge with my younger child as she grew up, because I didn't have the knowledge and knowing how to support her. That's what I meant. And she's doing great now because we're all learning, but that's all. That's all I wanted to clarify on that. As far as the ladies, thank you all for sharing your wisdom with us.
Oh my God, Christina Nav, I love your work. I love your addition. It was just amazing. It's a pleasure. And an honourable mention, we've got our legendary friend Pauline Olo with us. And I know Christine knows Pauline Olo. Pauline Olo, who's actually watching us on Facebook. Pauline Olo, we love you. She's an amazing, cool lady that we work with in Sydney, top lady. Now, I gotta say, you're all such a great, amazing people. If you're here watching the recording or watching this live, smash that like, sharing, comment, say hello. Make sure you connect with all these amazing ladies over LinkedIn. And I've got the next question we're going to ask all our panelists, just in order of who's on screen from left to right as I work down. Next question I'm going to ask our amazing panelists is that, and this is the framing. There's going to be a lot of amazing people, could be you watching, and you're not sure how 2024 is going to turn out. You're not sure how to handle it. You're not sure how to approach it. So I'm asking each of our panelists for basically just a short bit of advice to anyone listening who's completely scattered and disoriented that needs to get in a focus. So you might think of your older self when you're scattered and disoriented as you're answering this question. And of course, we're going to start with Master Coach Sonia. What do you think, Master Coach Sonia? I love it. I love Master Coach Sonia. You just need a katana or something, I think, Master Coach Sonia.
Well, when I was younger, when the movie Red Sonja came out with Bridget Nielsen, I was called that when I was in college, Red Sonja.
You are Red Sonja. Like, you are actually Red. I never thought of that. But I had Rutger. Was it Rutger Hauer in that one, I think? Or am I getting totally mixed up?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bridget Nielsen.
Sorry, I'm thinking Lady Hawk. Sorry. I meant, I'm thinking Lady Hawk. Anyone know Lady Hawk? Anyway, Red Sonja, great film. Great.
I've seen that. That's good. Well, I haven't said the word freedom yet, but, you know, that is something that I think this day and age is something we can all treasure, because how much society is trying to redefine everything and then also isolate us from truths. And so I think it's really important that we champion that word freedom, because it is something that in all of our countries, we've had people fight for our freedoms to be able to live the way that we do. and that I hope that this year brings more unity for all of us in this world to be on a better path, and to help others who are struggling with all of this toxicity in our world. And I know that each of us who have clients, that's always a topic, how it's affecting their work, how it's affecting their family, how it's affecting their finances, choices that they make are sometimes around that. And so I think showing up for them and being a voice for them when they may not be able to speak, let them know that they're not alone, that we can get through this together. It's a journey that, we all can do together. So I may have got off topic a little bit, but I just think, our purpose is to help each other be accountable, show up, keep our freedoms, help our clients know that they have their freedoms. A lot of it comes back to shifting their mindset, because when a person gets in their mind that they're really feel negative and withdrawn, or they feel like they can't move forward, well, that's where we come in, and we can help them with their mindset, shifting it to see the positive and not dwell on the negative, and help them come up with a roadmap or solutions with action steps to achieve or overcome whatever they might be struggling with. So I that's something I really want to focus on more of this year, is helping people get on the right path.
Incredible. Give it up for Master Coach Sonia. Love your work, Master Coach Sonia. Incredible. And I know we're going to move on. Quick bit of trivia. I just Googled Red Sonia while Sonia was talking. Red Sonia was Brigitte Nielsen and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Red Sonia is a comic book character, and they're doing a remake right now. So Master Coach Sonia, a remake is coming out of Red Sonia. So keep an eye out for that one. It'll be pretty cool. So there you go. Karen Clark, you're just amazing. Karen Clark, what's your big bit of advice to people who are totally scattered and need some focus for 2024?
Okay, well, if they're scattered and need some focus, Ed, I think the place I always say to start is to have a vision. However, a vision is not just like imagining something or some way that you want life. Most of us have a kind of maybe sort of vision. Oh, yeah, I'd like this if. And then we relate it to outside conditions and circumstances. So, I'd like to go away one day to Europe if I can afford it, if my business goes well, if the economy is right. And we all think that our life is dictated by outside conditions. However, it's not. It's an inside-out world. Everything is created with our thoughts. Everything happens like this. Everything is created twice. Before the scientist thinks, before the builder builds, before the researcher begins his mental probing, before the artist paints, and before the architect, there's a vision at the beginning. And if we create a crystal clear vision in specific detail, and you said, Christina, and I love that you, not Christina, Georgina, that you said write it down. And I get that you use systems and things, and it's amazing. That's what your forte is, right? You write your vision down in detail as if it's already happened, because that changes the energy completely. So having a crystal clear vision about where you want to be in, say, 2 or 3 years' time, and we use 2 or 3 years, because if you say tomorrow I want to be a millionaire and you're only making $50,000 a year, that part of your brain that brings out all the negative chatter will say, oh, you're ridiculous. How are you going to do that? You haven't done it so far and you're already 45 or whatever, right? So it's about creating that specific, crystal clear vision. It's once again your guiding light, your rudder for your ship. And if you don't have that, then you will live a life by default. You manifest your results anyway. You create them by your thinking. And so the way to change is to change your thinking and direct and design your life the way that you want it.
Well said, Karen Clark. Just incredible. Love your work, Karen Clark. Amazing as always. And we've also got Lucilla Shasari listening. Lucilla, we love your work and just incredible. Now, we're going to bounce over to the amazing Alice Cheng, and Alice Cheng's an amazing lady. Now, Alice Cheng, what are your big tips to people who want to have plan, purpose, and vision big time for 2024?
I think what Karen said, I'm just going to follow. It's a good segue. I think it's important, and I do this with my clients, to really just take stock. And you may think it's weird, but I ask people to actually update their CV or resume, whatever you want to call it, because it's about reflecting. It's a self-reflection process where you sit down and you go, what skills have I gained? What are the key achievements? And to my vision, what am I missing? And that really clarifies in your mind what you already have, because I believe strongly in leveraging your strengths. I'm a messy person. I'm never going to be someone who's going to be neat and tidy. So why waste energy on that?
I disagree with that. You're a totally tidy and ordered person. So
no. You come to my house one day, Ed, my husband will tell you that I'm the least. Oh, anyway, he's got OCD.
You get it on those guys, so you can deflect and blame them. So you're the tidy one. It's all their fault, right?
Exactly. But taking stock and also being grateful about what you already have just sets you in that really positive momentum forward, because I've seen so many people that get into a new year and all they think is a lack mentality. But really, we have so much in abundance. I mean, you know, you only have to look at what's going on in the world. We're in this beautiful country. I mean, that tick, we're living, we're breathing. What more would you like? So therefore, everything else is kind of, you know, small and minor compared to that big picture. So definitely take stock, see what you have, be grateful for it, move forward with that vision, and then finally get someone in your corner. So we've talked about having a team and a tribe. So find that mentor who's a few steps ahead of you, and get a coach. We're all coaches here or consultants. We're experts in our field. So there's plenty of help around, and to really sit down and bounce your plan off someone who's been there and done that. And I think that's very important, because you don't have to do it alone.
Absolutely well said, Alice Cheng, and love your work. And to all those watching, you've got a stack of amazing coaches and consultants who are on this live, so reach out to all of them. Love your work, Alice. Just amazing. Amazing. Let's hear from amazing Georgina Orchard. Georgina Orchard, what's your big advice to people to really focus, plan, and have great goals in 2024?
Oh my God, this is right up my alley, Ed.
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it?
I really taking away from what both Karen and Sonia and Alice have all said. You know, Sonia alluded to the roadmap and the steps. Karen, you know, creating that crystal clear vision, and that, you know, write it down as if it's already happened. That's a really great advice, and that's a guiding light. I like how Alice was saying, you know, take stock of where you are and be reflective. So you're in a very positive frame of mind. So one of my signature system is all about is just sitting down and actually nutting out and brainstorming what you want to create. And, you know, don't look at your vision, just talk about what you want to create. And there could be a whole lot of things for your life and your business, because life and business don't happen separately. They're all together. You know, life is a pie, is as a pie chart. You know, if you thought of all the pieces of a pizza, for example, like business is one section of that life. And when you create your business pizza, life is one section of that. You know, and so it's all integrated. So think about when a next step, I would I do look at, why do you want that? What is it about that you want that? Because you can get stressed about the overall vision and just get a little bit overwhelmed about all the things that you need to do. But once you write it down, is that you get it on paper of why each of those things, why that you want to do it, and your big purpose and your big why about what you're doing in your business and what you would want to create in life is really important. And I think there's an author out there called Simon Sinek, which some of you, if you're in the coaching world, you'll know who that is. And he talks about what is your why. Then from there, you can create the roadmap. So you are here now. Where do you want to be? What do you want to create? Where does that? Is it all? Does it? The other thing too is that you want to create something in your life and your business. Is there some part of that whether you can put them all on the path, or do they lead you in different directions? So think about that. It's kind of creating like a one vision, because if you've got lots of different things and you're going in different directions, that's going to overwhelm you too. See, that's why you need your why in there, in order to keep you kind of looking at that roadmap, and that roadmap is that single kind of vision. And then you can create the action steps and the goals and the plans around that. And so that is my advice, is just to start with what you want and why you want it. And then look at the roadmap. Look at the roadmap. And if you do need help, there are so many people on this call that are mentors and coaches that can help you get there. So please reach out to one of us if that's what's pressing you right now.
Georgina, you are incredible and love your work. And Lucilla Shasari, one of our wonderful friends from Brisbane's on the watching, and she actually made a good point. We don't have to do it alone. And one of my biggest shortcomings that I really got a handle of last year was probably a bit of, let's say it's male ego, a bit of male ego, but it was like, I have to do it on my own to prove how awesome I am. And I realized being on your own is proving how stupid I was, okay? So at the end of the day, if you're trying to do stuff on your own, you're an idiot. You're dumb like I used to be, and stop it. Work with other people, be a team player, and watch your life turn around is all I can say on that one. Oh, and George, that provoked a legendary reaction from Georgina. What are you thinking?
Listen, we're all doing the best that we can with what we have. And when we know better, we can do better. So if you are doing it on your own, always reach, even just to have one conversation, and it really can re-change your path and settle your nerves and settle what's going on. So reach out, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Thank you for that. But I was, yes, you are doing the best of what you have, but no, I was just stupid. But thank you for that, Georgina. There we go. But I learned my lesson. I saw the light, and here we are. Got to be a team player. That's all I can say to anyone watching. Try and do it on your own like I did. Stop it. Be a team player. Speaking of team players who are very savvy and brilliant, Christina Davey, what's your advice to people to really have plans and focus and win big in 2024?
Well, I strongly, resonated with everything that everyone's saying, but specifically with Georgina. Actually, she kind of just took the words out of my mouth, really, because my advice to everyone is, and with my clients, I'm always supporting them in really get clear about what's important to them, but also why it's important to them, as Georgina was saying. But I will take it further, and I would like to add to that, please understand, how do you want to feel through that specific goal that you have? What's the emotion that you want to experience? Often, if you want to help others, there's an emotion that you are after. What's that emotion? And what's another avenue of experiencing that emotion? So you can actually have more of, for example, often it's really hard to have a balance between work, family, health, and so on. Yeah. But if you are taking action, for example, in your business because you want to feel significant, or you want to feel connected with more people, or you want to be in service, how can you take that value and really experience it every single area in your life that's important to you. As Georgina was talking about the, pie, life, it's a pie chart. If I know, for example, adventure, variety is important to me, what I want to experience is fun, then I can take action in my business to make it more fun. I can take action in my dating life to make it more fun. And as Sonia was talking about the roadmap, what's the roadmap? What are the action steps? Everybody mentioned that, to take it. And really, Karen, I love, how you always talk about have that vision and see it as it already happened. I have applied that, and we had such beautiful conversations, Karen and I, about that in the past. And it's so inspiring because when you talk to someone who reminds you that, you can start to see, can you actually close your eyes and really see it and feel it, not just see it, but feel it. Because if you are able to feel it, if you're able to feel that emotion, then you can create it. You already have done it. But if you can't create the emotion, what is it that's preventing you from creating that emotion? What's the rule in your head? What is it that you're telling yourself that's preventing from experiencing that emotion? When you find out that, that's the key. That's the getaway. That's the quantum leap. That's what's going to take you to the other side of everything that you want. You don't have to do it alone. I love that. I love what Alice said, because I will ask myself, if I want to do it by myself, what prevents me from actually really doing it with others? And what will happen if I don't work on my own? What actually will happen? Ask myself questions like that. The coach can ask you one question that can completely change your life.
Yeah. You might become a team player and make all these new friends. Oh, the tragedy,
Exactly. I was talking to a woman yesterday at our meetup. She was at the Your Networking, which, by the way, if you haven't been to Edward's, face-to-face networking business, you're missing out big time. And yesterday was fabulous, ladies. It was so crazy. I loved it. Georgina was there as well. So, I was talking to a lady that was at the networking business, and I was inviting her to come at my singles meetup afterwards. And she said, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, I'm trying to reach out to her so she doesn't have to do this on her own, and try to work out what was preventing her. And she, I could see the fear. I could see like she didn't want to. She was hanging out with, because she wanted to protect herself. And I was trying to ease her into it, to really understand and get that sort of stock, as Alice was saying earlier. I think it was Alice, right? Take stock of what's in there for you. What is it that you need to learn to overcome to be able to create the love life that you want?
Yeah.
That's it.
Amazing. Christina Davey, love your work. Now, just to let you all know, we've reached an hour. The Boss Ladies Summit is almost complete, but just before you go, we're going to go around, and we've got some incredible coaches and consultants here. If you are watching, big thank you. Each of them can help you in different ways. You might hire one of them. You might hire a few of them. You might hire all of them. It's up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room, and we're going to maximum 30 seconds. We're going to give each of our wonderful ladies here today maximum 30 seconds to jump on the soapbox and tell us how they can help you. So maximum 30 seconds. Let's start with Master Coach Sonia. Master Coach Sonia, how do you help people? Go.
I am a master coach where I certify people to become a life coach, and I also work with military all around the world transitioning to civilian status. So I do professional branding, which is the resumes to help tell your career story. And I am also going to be hosting vision board parties this month, and helping people set their goals and know their purpose, and getting the kickstart off of 2024. So please connect with me and message me if you would like to know more information.
Oh my God, Master Coach Sonia, amazing. We love you, Master Coach Sonia. Karen Clark, how do you help people?
Okay, so I want to say one thing. Once you think up a possibility, once you dream up an idea, it exists in the quantum field, because I'm a quantum physics expert. And so I work with my clients to go from the programmed way of thinking of that kind of sort of maybe one day, if some outside conditional circumstance allows me, to understanding the quantum physics and of how to create what it is you would love. And Christina was talking about that. Get the feeling. Our feelings and emotions are a frequency, a measurable energetic frequency. And once we understand that we're not going to attract what we want if we're operating at a low frequency that is not the frequency of what we would love, because love and gratitude and joy are at a high frequency, around 500 or more hertz. So it is science. There is an art and science of transformation. And when you understand how it really works in the universe, in the quantum world, you can change your life like magic.
Oh, amazing. Karen Clark, love your work. And let's flow to the amazing Alice Cheng. How do you help people? Wonderful Alice Cheng.
So I have a strong belief that we are all unique, one of a kind, especially in our careers. So I help people bring their value proposition out and actually go after the roles or the jobs or the career change or starting that business where they feel very unworthy of. And in the process, I get them into a new role and a pay rise between 10 to 40 grand. So it pays for the investment in my coaching many times over. And we work from the inside out. So yeah, so if you're looking for a career change or chase that promotion, I'm your person.
Oh, Alice Cheng, you most certainly are. I needed you 20 years ago, so there we go. I was a career guy. Where was Alice Cheng? There we go. Love it. Love it. Georgina Orchard, please tell us how you help people, which you most certainly do in high quantities.
I do. Now, I have a few skills. So I'm either a mentor and I can do business consulting. So I'm a business consultant, one to startups and also existing businesses that want to grow. And so it's putting in the resources that are in place. And first of all, looking at why you want to do it and looking at your vision and creating that roadmap and all the goals. But then also, as you're getting going, it's putting in all the systems and people in place that you need in order to grow, in order to run your business so that you can seek that freedom that you want in your business and the emotion that you're trying to you want to create, the emotion around your family, the emotion around your life, to live passionately. And, the business is just a facilitator to help you live life. So it's putting in all those resources in place that you need in order to run that business, to create that life outside and also live life at the same time, live life passionately, on purpose, self-care, because one of the things that I've learned is that without your health, the rest is just going to pass away. So it's helping you put all that in place with the experience in accounting and business, and also with DISC and NLP. And there's a lot of 70% of what we do is mindset. So if you've got the right mindset for creating it, the world's your oyster.
Oh my God, Georgina Orchard, amazing. And lastly, but most certainly not leastly, I know is not a word, so it's last but not least, not leastly, Christina Davey, how do you help people, which you do all the time, non-stop?
Well, Edward, I really, truly enjoy helping single-driven people, transition to successful, fun, fulfilling, heart, love, fulfilling relationship. And I support them in letting go of the emotional baggage from their childhood or past relationships as well. Often people feel, not necessarily just think, but also feel that the past equals the future. because I've been through this, I'm going to have to do it again. When I talk to women and I'm hearing them, I don't want to be in another relationship because I don't want to be his servant. I don't want to have to do things for him. Well, nobody expects you to do that except yourself, because you just said it.
And the reverse is true. You can make him your servant. Think like an opportunist. What's wrong with you?
So you know,
can enslave him.
I just, you know, I truly want to create, you know, opportunities for people to see, you know, that love and relationship is just a matter of skill, awareness, and knowledge, like everything else, like driving the car, learning to swim, you know, showing up in your business, your first job. You didn't just, you know, were great at it right from the start and you did everything right. No, you made a lot of mistakes. You learn along the way. You hire someone to help you, you know, like, you know, with your resume or with your vision or with the training like Sonia, right? Or with the systems like Georgina. So, you know, just please, you know, stop letting the fear prevent you from experiencing the true love that you have, you know, and reach out, because I want to show you another way how you can make love, true love, happen for you.
Oh my God, incredible. Christina Davey, big thank you. So friends, this brings us towards the end of our Boss Lady Summit. Please smash that like, share a comment. Also connect with wonderful Lassie and connect with all our wonderful panelists as well. So friends, thank you so much. Stay awesome and happy 2024, everyone. Love your work, goal.